Hey guys, we got a ton of stuff to talk about from Facebook. A bunch of newer releases that I've been getting from my Facebook hookup. Plus, I've combined 2 packages worth of stuff from Facebook that I got from someone who's selling off their collection. But some stuff to resell, but this is all stuff from my collection. This box is full. We'll talk about this stuff first, and then we'll get into the new release titles afterwards. Some 4Ks and Blu-rays to talk about over there. I'm going to dump the contents of this video, of this box carefully. Set it over here so that there's no spoilers. I'll be right back. Forgot to do something. Alright guys. Definitely had a brain fart. We're back. We're good. Everything is awesome. So everything in this first box, paid all different prices for it. Like I said, it was over 2 purchases, all Blu-rays to talk about. I would say half of them sealed, half of them open. I'm going to dive right in. The first title we're going to talk about is just another DC animated movie that I did not yet own. Brand new factory sealed, and it is Wonder Woman Commemorative Edition. So this is a DC animated movie. Like I said, did not own this one. 74 minutes. I'm trying to find a year. Bizarre. No year on it. But brand new factory sealed with the slipcover. It looks like the slipcover has some really cool embossing. You guys know I wasn't the biggest fan of the live action films, but I have a bunch of the DC animated movies, so why not add another one that I have yet to check out. Next up, I remember watching a documentary about this filmmaker and don't remember him talking about this movie because I think this was probably after that documentary was made. But it is a new Brian De Palma, not new, a Brian De Palma movie from 2012 or 2013 it looks like, called Passion, which stars Rachel McAdams there and Naomi Rapace, I believe is how you pronounce her name. Don't know much about this. This one was cheap. This was like $2. Wonder Woman was $4, brand new. Plus, if it's not good, I like this sweet red case. I would probably pay $2 for a red case. So, a nice Blu-ray red case there. Brand new, factory sealed. Haven't seen this one. This was $1.50, made by the gentleman who made The Sopranos, David Chase. It's a movie about music, and you guys know how much I love those. Looks like Stevie Van Zandt was the music supervisor on the film, written and directed by David Chase. The only actor it really lists are John Magaro and James Gandolfini, and that is a film called Not Fade Away. Let me know about this one, guys. I'm pretty curious about this. Like I said, it's a music movie, so I'm usually a sucker for music films. It looks like Brad Garrett's in it, based on this photo in the back. Don't recognize anybody else, and it's weird they don't really have any cast members listed. But yeah, this caught my eye when I was reading synopsis on stuff the guy had. The disc was loose in this. This was sealed, so I opened it to make sure the disc was all right. This was $5.50. I love the 3 actresses in this one, so figure why not. From 2013, only 82 minutes, a thriller called Black Rock, which stars Katie Aselton, who was on The League, Kate Bosworth, and Lake Bell. Haven't seen this one, don't know much about it, but was curious. And a lot of the stuff I picked out had decent resale value, so if I wasn't a fan of the movie or decided I wasn't going to keep something, a lot of it had good resale value, so kind of like looking at it 2 different ways. So Black Rock there. This is a not Hugh Jackman, Christian Bale movie I've never seen, also starring Freddie Rodriguez and Ava Longoria. I don't know much about this one either. Oh, it's written and directed by David Ayer. Also, Terry Crews is in this. Put out by the Weinstein Company. And that is Harsh Times. It sounds interesting now knowing it's from David Ayer, who did Training Day, makes a lot more sense because it's very like described as that. It says if Martin Scorsese were 30 and a Los Angelino, he'd be making movies like this. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. But this one had really good resale value, and I had never seen it, and it sounded really interesting based on the stuff I read about it, so I grabbed that. This was a little more expensive. I want to say this was $9. So the reseller, they lowered their price a couple times, and they obviously knew what they had. Like, stuff was priced well. There were some things, like I said, I bought that I could flip and make money on, but as you can see, I kept a ton of the titles. Next up, I guess this was made by Touchstone movie that I've never seen. I don't know how it fell through the cracks, but it's Steve Martin, Queen Latifah, and Eugene Levy in Bringing Down the House, this being the 10th anniversary edition. Never seen this one. I've heard really good things about it, but just haven't watched it. Next up, this one is Sealed from MVD Video, and caught my eye. Didn't know much about it, but realized it was directed by Sidney Lumet, who did Dog Day Afternoon and Serpico and Network. It's a courtroom film, which I enjoy. And it stars Peter Dinklage as well as why am I blanking, Rick? Vin Diesel. Guys, I'm sorry. The guy who's on the front cover, Rick. Vin Diesel. And it's called Find Me Guilty. This was like $10 sealed. Based on the true story of Fat Jack DeNorcio. Apparently it's like a wise guy acts as a lawyer. I don't know. Sounded interesting. Don't know much about it. Been taking a lot of chances with stuff. I don't know why, because I'm running out of space and I have tons of stuff behind me. But this one sounded interesting. It was an MVD title. I think if I just like flipped this right on eBay and didn't open it to watch it, it would sell for like $20 to $25, and I paid $10, so I can make a little money. But I want to check this one out. Next up, this was $2. Never seen this one. Bruce Willis is in it, Richard Gere, Sidney Poitier, and I believe Jack Black is in this, a young Jack Black. And there's a film called The Jackal. The Jackal. I want to say this is like 97. 1997. Yeah, nailed it. So The Jackal, this was, I want to say, like $2 or $1.75, maybe $2.50. Super cheap, brand new sealed. Grab that. This one was $4, brand new sealed. A fantastic cast, a really fun caper movie. It has my boy Barry Keoghan in it, also Evan Peters, Jared Abrahamson, Blake Jenner. Just a really good cast. A bit long. I think they stretch it out a little too much, but it is American Animals, brand new sealed. This one I was going to flip, and I was like, do I want to keep it? I'm still not 100% sure I'm going to keep this. And the reason I say that is I watched it. I'll have to go back and read my review, but I feel like I said it was only like a one-time watch movie, but I remember it being good. I really enjoy Barry Keoghan. I think he's a very underappreciated actor. So this might might stay in the collection. I might flip this. I got to do some research on this, but I wanted to show you guys this title. Next up was a title I had on my wish list, a Space Saver, because I had 2 of these movies already. Figured I'd get rid of those. I think I already traded them in or listed them on eBay. And this only takes up 1 space, and it is Spy Kids 2, and Spy Kids 3, and a triple feature set. I want to say this was like $5. So a nice space saver to add to the collection. Don't necessarily know when I'll watch the Spy Kids movies again, but I have 3 of them. Was there a 4th one? I forget. There might have been a 4th one, now that I think about it. But I remember the last one was maybe garbage. I'm sure you guys will leave comments down below. I'm going to have to do some research after this. But Spy Kids trilogy. Next, this movie sounded really good. Another one I have not seen. This was a little more expensive too. I want to say this was $8 or $9. But an excellent cast. You have Scarlett Johansson, Topher Grace, and then Dennis Quaid. Plus, it's written and directed by Paul Weitz, who I've really enjoyed what I've seen out of him. And it has a film called In Good Company. So curious to check this one out. Sounds like a fun watch. A young Scarlett Johansson, a young Eric Foreman, and yeah, In Good Company. The next movie I remember really enjoying when I saw it. It's probably back when I worked at Blockbuster. Really good movie, really fun soundtrack, great cast, and that is a movie called The Wackness. Ben Kingsley, Josh Peck, Famke Janssen, Olivia Thirlby, Mary-Kate Olsen, Method Man in this one. Like I said, I really enjoyed watching this. Basically, Ben Kingsley has like a water ice cart that he sells drugs out of, and it's just like a funny coming of age, like hip hop movie, rated R, from 2008. But I remember enjoying this quite a bit, so I had that to the collection. And then the last title here was actually a title that Bridget had talked about because she wanted to check it out. She didn't want to check it out. She'd been talking about it recently, saying she really enjoyed it. I remember seeing this back in the day in the movie theater, but have not seen since. Starring Elizabeth Shue, Famke Janssen again. Just talked about her in The Wackness. And then the two leads, Dakota Fanning and Robert De Niro, and that is Hide and Seek here on Blu-ray. A bunch of bonus features on this one. Commentary, deleted scenes, 4 alternate endings. Some kind of message sent to me. So, yeah, from 2005, Hide and Seek. So, add that to the collection. Bridget was really excited I grabbed this for her. Like I said, she had just talked about it, and it happened to be available from this guy. Probably the main reason I bought from him the first time. So, Hide and Seek. So that is it from the box of stuff. Like I said, I also got some stuff to resell. He had some Disney Movie Club exclusives I got. Ice Princess and Herbie Fully Loaded. I don't really have interest in those, so they're up on my eBay page the day I'm recording this, which is the 14th of November. Not sure if they're still available. But Facebook, we're not done with Facebook. My Facebook guy has been coming through with some new titles. Some titles I have not seen yet. A title I recently just watched and talked about Tuesday in a video. And then some of my favorite movies from this year on 4K. So we're going to dive right into these. Also have been getting stuff for some of my friends too, to get stuff shipped all together to kind of cut down the shipping and help them like pay it forward so they get the great deals on the new releases. So this is the title we just talked about on Tuesday in my review video, Don't Breathe 2. So like I said, I get fantastic deals from my Facebook guy. He sends stuff super carefully. He lives fairly close to me, so I get stuff within like 2 to 3 days usually. So usually stuff comes with slipcovers. If it was released with slipcovers, the guy's awesome. So Don't Breathe 2. Next up, haven't seen this one yet. The next couple are blind buys. Haven't watched this one yet. I do want to see this. This sounds really interesting. This was put out by Searchlight Pictures, now owned by Disney. Rebecca Hall in The Night House. This one looks really creepy. Bridget's excited to check this one out. We've talked about this one. I showed her and she read the synopsis and she's really excited to check this one out. The next two I'm really excited to check out. I wanted to see both these in movies and it just didn't work out. The first one is actually still brand new sealed, and that is Joe Bell, which stars Mark Wahlberg. So pretty curious about this one. Put out by Vertical. Haven't seen it. It's about Mark Wahlberg's son is being bullied in school. So he like does this thing where he walks across the U.S. To crusade against bullying because of his son's bullying, and I believe his son goes with him or meets up with him. So it looked really interesting. Joe Bell, definitely curious to check this one out. I'm seeing if anybody else is in it that I recognize. Connie Britton is also in the film, and Gary Sinise, according to these pictures. So check that one out. This is another one I'm really excited with. I know it has a longer run time. This one's 2 hours and 20 minutes, but this looks really good. Starring Matt Damon, also Abigail Breslin. Basically about an oil rig worker who travels to Marseille to visit his daughter. She's in prison for a murder she did not commit, and it just looks really good. Directed by Tom McCarthy, and has a film called Stillwater. This being the Blu-ray DVD combo pack. When I buy stuff from my guy, there's no digital codes, which I guess is why Joe Bell was sealed, because, wow, how identical are those two covers? There's no digital code, so this one's still sealed. And I know a movie I just got for one of my buddies is still sealed. There was no digital code. But this one looks really good. So these two I really want to check out in the near future. And The Night House. Like, I've been pretty selective with what I've bought. I do want to watch these and see if they make the shelf, or at least if not, I'll be able to sell them and regain some of my money back. The last three things are all 4K titles, all movies I thoroughly enjoyed. This first one I'm very excited to revisit. I said in my review that I thought on a revisit I would enjoy this film even more. And I'm just excited to rewatch this. It is M. Night Shyamalan's Old. With the, we got some embossing on that slip. I love that. But Old was a fantastic movie in my opinion. I really enjoyed this one. One I definitely recommend people check out. I would recommend not reading about the movie before going in blind. And it's just an interesting, thought-provoking twist in this movie, which, instead of just being a stupid twist for the sake of a twist, which he did for a span, and then like went back to his thought-provoking twist like he did in the beginning. This was a thought-provoking twist in my opinion, and really leaves you thinking about what happens. So Old, I personally enjoyed a lot. I know it got a lot of hate, but I really enjoyed it. Next up, another fantastic film. Some embossing on this slipcover as well, and it was put out by 20th Century Studios, aka Disney, and that is Free Guy. Really enjoyed this. Saw this one twice in theaters, so probably not going to rewatch this one for a little while, but I've heard this 4K looks amazing. Ryan Reynolds is fantastic in the movie. Lil Rel, Taika Waititi, the woman whose name I couldn't remember, Jodie Comer, is in this movie. I only remembered that because it was right here. I was thinking Julie Crummer. So I was close. But Free Guy. And then last but not least, the movie that was on the very top of my year's end list. Stay tuned. End of December, early January for my favorite movies of the year. This one will definitely be talked about, and it is The Suicide Squad on 4K. I know you guys are like, you got the Blu-ray from Warner Brothers, Rick. You talked about it. I also mentioned in that video that I would be getting the 4K because I feel like this is a movie that I need to own on 4K. Tons of bonus features on the Blu-ray, which is included in this. So I still have access to those bonus features, but now I have the movie in 4K as well. So, The Suicide Squad on 4K. Glad to own that. And that is it, guys. That is the big Facebook haul. We got a heck of a elevator here. Haven't done one in a little while. So, hopefully I don't drop it. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoy it. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button if you did. Subscribe if you don't do so already. And hit that bell notification so you guys know when new videos drop. Let me know about like the first half of these movies, all the stuff I blind bought. Also, Joe Bell, Stillwater, Night House. Should I prioritize any of these movies? Let me know down below. Also, you can find links to my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd, where I rate and review all the movies that I watch. My eBay page, eBay store, Amazon wishlist, Blu-ray.com profile, P.O. box, email address. Can all be found down below. Like I said, guys, from like here to here, I'm probably getting rid of American Animals the more I think about it. Well, let me know about these, and then these, Night House, Joe Bell, Stillwater. And that is it. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'm showing off now because I'm holding this with one hand. And until next time, who's down to movie? I'm not going to drop the movies.